Hey everybody, it's Matt Lintz. You might know me as Henry from The Walking Dead. I am on FrConventions. I did an audition actually, funny enough. Yeah, it was, well, my sister played Sophia on it. She played Sophia in seasons 1 and 2, then my brother came on in season 7. And then when they did the time jump, it kind of naturally worked for me to take over the role. So they approached me about it. I might have had like a little audition, I'm not exactly sure, but I think they just offered it to me and it kind of just naturally went like that, yeah. I mean, well, first I wanted to ask my brother's permission if I could take the role, and he was super supportive, wanted me to do it. I first just started out by watching season 8 and 7, kind of just to get the gist, and obviously the character's going to be different because it's a 6-year time jump, he's going to be older and more mature, but also taking in, you know, my brother's performance and certain things he did with the character is kind of what I wanted to bring. And the other thing was the stick training. I mean, he had been working on it in season 7, but how good would he be after 6 years of training it? So that was something I had to really focus on the months leading up to me shooting, with just going to production and practicing with the stick, and they did a good job of having the trainers there for me. But yeah, it was cool. Yeah, I mean, I think his moral compass is something I strive for, and you know, he always wanted to do the right thing and help people out, and that's kind of what I strive to do as well. Yeah, no, I mean, we had a ton of fun. From the moment we started working, we had chemistry, and those scenes kind of just played out how they did, and you know, we loved working with each other, we had a blast, and I'm glad that you and hopefully some other fans saw that on screen. I mean, I was upset. I mean, I wasn't too upset, because I know, you know, when you go on the show, you're probably going to die, like most people. I was more or less just grateful and happy the stuff they gave me, you know, the story arc I had through those 10 episodes or whatever it was. And I honestly, after reading, I'm like, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It's a big shock factor, and I think it made a lot of sense. I fulfilled. I mean, honestly, I don't have any regrets. I didn't want to do anything more with it. Whether that would be me hanging, I mean, I went to set every day just in complete joy. I had so much fun working with cast, the crew, production. I mean, everyone was such a joy to be around, and I just every day cherished it and was grateful. Yeah, I had fun every day. I didn't have to do the only thing that was very physical is that the stick fighting stuff was all right. It was all choreographed. I mean, it wasn't too bad. The one scene where we're like lodged up in the abandoned building, and Beta and his goons come and try and take us out. There's a scene where I get clotheslined, like I'm running and a guy like tackles me, and the stuntman did not let up. That was kind of tough. It hurt like hell, but that, I mean, it's all right. It was, you know, I didn't have to do too many crazy things. And I think, you know, her kind of taking Henry under her wing and, you know, being that mother to him definitely helped that and shaped him. I do think, you know, he was probably more, what's the word? I mean, morally focused on, like, doing the right thing, where Carol is, obviously she's a great person, but she's putting just survival first and her loved ones first, and I think Henry kind of was like an airhead in certain situations where even in the debut episode of older Henry, when he hears like a baby crying or someone screaming for help, he runs immediately without weighing the risks like Carol does. Well, I knew Melissa before the show. She used to be a casting director, so I'd go audition for her for commercials when I was like 4. And then I grew up on set because my sister was in season 1 and 2, so I've known her almost my whole life. So getting to be able to finally work with her on screen felt supernatural. 1000%, yeah. I think it helped me more than most people because I wasn't really going into the show blind. I mean, obviously I was a brand new character, or a brand new actor going into the show, so, you know, there's things that people I got to meet and kind of feeling the vibe of the show, but after, you know, being on set my whole life, I kind of had a pretty good idea of what that felt like. No, I mean, I didn't feel, maybe the first day I had some jitters, but I heard a good quote where, you know, you can always be nervous for big, like, important things, but never let that make you doubt yourself. So I'm sure, I mean, it happened however many years ago. I probably was really nervous, but I never doubted my ability to go in and kill the role, and I was happy with what I did, yeah. I don't know, it almost felt like the older brother type thing, because, you know, obviously Ezekiel is the father figure in Henry's life, but, you know, he goes off with Daryl, and it's almost like he's the troublemaker little brother, and Daryl's trying to keep him in check and make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Of course, he obviously does do some stupid stuff, and yeah, like when Daryl has to come get Henry from the Whisperers camp. That's one example, but yeah, I feel like it's more like a older brother, younger brother type vibe. Yeah, I mean, it would be cool. I really enjoyed playing Henry, and, you know, that would be a cool thing for sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, the one thing was, after I got killed off on the show, it kind of led me to book some other stuff like Marvel, which is my last thing I did, which is really cool to go from, you know, like how massive the Walking Dead world is to be thrusted into, you know, the Marvel Universe was really cool. And actually, a bunch of Walking Dead people were in the Marvel Universe, which was also awesome. But, you know, I think it definitely helped my career out a lot, for sure, yeah. It's so cool, and I've never been to Paris for a show or a convention, so it's really cool to meet the fans here. I think that's always really special when we do these things. It's for the fans, and to meet, you know, people from all around the world that, you know, have watched the show and continue to watch it is something that's definitely really cool.